Every single night, there's this silent energy crisis happening right above our heads on the streets of India. It's a story all about wasted power, but it's also about a huge overlooked opportunity. So let's dive into the hidden world of streetlights and talk about a really brilliant solution that could literally light up India's future.
Okay, so picture this. It's, say, 3 in the morning. The streets are totally empty, super quiet, but up above, thousands and thousands of streetlights are just blazing at full power. And what are they lighting up? Pretty much just empty asphalt. It's a scene we've all seen, right? It's such a visible, massive drain on our resources, and it happens every single night.
So, just how much energy are we really talking about? Well, according to the Bureau of Energy Efficiency, public lighting in India eats up a staggering 7,753 gigawatt hours of electricity every year. Now, to put that number into perspective, that is enough energy to power millions of homes for an entire year. All of it just spent lighting up empty streets.
Now, believe it or not, that massive number is actually just 1% of India's total power consumption. And I know, 1%, it might not sound like a lot, right? But for a country the size of India, that single percentage point is a huge concentrated opportunity for savings. Think about it. It's a problem that's big enough to really matter, but it's also focused enough that we can actually solve it.
And look, this isn't just about the wasted electricity itself. The real cost of lighting up empty streets creates this whole ripple effect, one that hits everything from city budgets all the way to our environment.
Yeah, this inefficiency, it kicks off a really costly chain reaction. For some cities, get this, street lighting can devour up to 17% of their entire electricity bill. That's huge. This also puts a totally unnecessary strain on the national power grid. It pumps out needless carbon emissions, and it even makes the bulbs themselves burn out faster. It's a problem with a bunch of different layers, and it's practically begging for a smart solution. So what if the streetlights could, think? What if they could shine only when and only where they're actually needed? Well, that is the exact idea behind this really elegant solution, a smart motion sensor system that basically acts as an energy guardian for our streets. And the core concept here is just beautifully simple. It's called the 5-light system. So as you or your car moves down a street, the system creates this kind of moving bubble of light right around you. It lights up the pole right above you, 2 poles ahead and 2 poles behind you. It's safe, it's seamless, and it's crazy efficient. All right, so here's how it works, broken down into 4 easy steps. First step, detection. The sensors are always monitoring for movement. They use technology like passive infrared, kind of like the automatic doors at a supermarket. Second, activation. The moment they detect you, they send a signal to a controller. Third, illumination. That controller then turns on that 5-light system, lighting up your path. And finally, step 4, deactivation. Once you've safely passed, the lights just switch off. Simple, seamless, and absolutely zero waste. So this shift from being always on to just on when needed, it's not just some small tweak. It is a complete game changer, and it comes with a ton of amazing benefits. And let's talk about the headline benefit here. The energy savings are just massive. By only lighting up when needed, this smart system can slash electricity use by 60 to 70% compared to those old lights that just burn all night long. The difference, as you can see right here, is just dramatic. There's no denying it. And the advantages just keep stacking up. It's not just energy efficient, right? It's also way better for the environment. It's super cost-effective for cities. It makes the bulbs last longer. It's totally ready for smart city integration. And maybe most importantly, safety always comes first. It never compromises on that. Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but can it actually work at a massive scale? Well, the answer is yes. And we know that because India already has a phenomenal track record of upgrading its public lighting.
Just check this out. Under its street lighting national program, India has already installed a whopping 12.8 million energy-efficient LED streetlights. That's a monumental effort, right? It completely replaced the older, inefficient bulbs, and really, it laid the perfect groundwork for this next wave of smart innovation. And the results from just that first step, absolutely staggering. We're talking about an annual energy savings of nearly 7 billion kilowatt hours. That one program proved that just focusing on our streetlights can have a gigantic, measurable impact on the entire country's energy use.
And the environmental benefit? Just as impressive. That switch to LED has already cut India's annual CO2 emissions by 4.8 million tons. To give you an idea, that's basically like taking hundreds of thousands of cars completely off the road.
So this all brings us to the key takeaway here. The first revolution was all about making the lights themselves more efficient, by switching to LEDs. This next revolution, this is about making our use of those lights intelligent by adding motion sensors. You see, this isn't just some cool piece of tech. It's really a vision for a smarter, more sustainable India, a future where our infrastructure actually works for us without wasting our precious resources.
At the end of the day, the core principle is powerful because it's so simple. Light the way only when it's needed. And by doing that, we save precious energy for a nation that is constantly on the move. It's a truly effective and transformative vision for a sustainable future.
So I want to leave you with one final compelling thought. We've already seen the massive impact of just making the bulbs more efficient. So just imagine the potential if we made every single one of those lights truly intelligent. What could that future look like?